So I'm digging these lights on my face, so I'm going to do another one out here, and then I'll show you the finished product that is the front of this house. It's really nice. The question is, what am I proud of this year? I always struggle with what am I proud of, because I'm not sure where I got this expectation that I would excel equally in every part of life. If I'm not excelling, it feels like a failure. And so I think maybe, aside from, I am proud that a lot of change has happened this year that I made happen for the best. I can be a little bit of a sit by and just let it happen to you. And this year I really took the bull by the horns. I took the bull by the horns, knowing that some change had to happen. And I did make big things happen. And I know I'm like a broken record with the move, but moving, I've realized, is infinitely harder. It's like a squared relationship. Like, it was hard moving in my early 30s and my early 40s, but for each of those moves, like, square how hard it is. And so we're working with, like, what is that? I think that's the golden ratio or something. Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so this particular move, just physically, and what it implied for, like, what I was going to have to do to get all the stuff that I needed. And it was so hard. And it's still ongoing in a way which I somewhat knew would happen, but I didn't realize it would be this long that it's hanging on. So it's coming close to being done. I'm coming close to being fully settled, and that is exciting. But I think what I am particularly proud of, and it's kind of the language of this challenge is kind of coming to me, because there's insights and there's mindset shifts. And I think I'm proud of this mindset shift that I have. There was something, I don't know if the geography had something to do with it, the place I was in or whatever, but I was feeling just like a big fat failure all the time, no matter what I was doing. And I feel like since the move and since shaking things up, in some ways coming back to a place that is very much home, in other ways really shaking up the life that I had that was pretty straightforward, I've had a mindset like reset. And it's a shift toward living life day to day, seeing what comes, and setting expectations that are realistic for what a day can bring. I still have long-term goals, but I feel like I'm much more successful. And it's not even just feeling. I think the data proves that I'm much more successful if I focus on what is today going to be in the grand scheme of all of my days. And if I can find one thing that makes today stand out from yesterday and gives me some idea of what tomorrow could be or not be, then job well done. I think maybe this has to do with, well, a lot of things, but I think a huge part of it is that in moving here, I moved to be with my parents who are getting older and who need help around the house and just like a general third pair of hands and eyes and brain to help make decisions about their life too. And I think I'm seeing their stage of life really requires a day by day. And sometimes it's even less than that. Sometimes it's, what are we doing till lunch? And then carry on. And so I've seen the importance, but also the benefit of really kind of living in that moment and just doing the best you can at every turn that you need to make a choice and not worrying so much, keeping the goals in mind, unless the goal is ultimately like stay alive, which is really important. What matters? Are the things that are important and really matter? And what are the goals that we set for ourselves that are either a want or a dream, maybe, that somehow we think, oh, that's easy. I can totally do that. And then you run up against it and you're like, the big one for me is I don't want to do that. So it's been an interesting year of realizing, I guess the way it boils down is realizing what my priorities are and picking and choosing things that I value and coming to grips with things that I have been introduced to by other people, or kind of maybe an expectation that's been set for me that I've internalized, and sifting through those and saying, very much like going through your closet and deciding which sweater you're going to keep and which one's going to donations. It's, yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to keep this, even though I may not have thought of it myself. Or, ooh, this was given to me. This expectation was given to me and it doesn't really fit and I don't like the color. So I'm just going to quietly put that in the donation basket and let somebody else take that one. That has been a huge opening for me mentally. And I guess I could say I'm proud of that because it's definitely a change, but I think it's a really good and important change that will set me up for 2026 and beyond. I hate to use the word success because I feel like that's so commercial, but a good life, you know? Like, I think that is the right way to live life for me. And so that, I think, is a great realization in this life. So that's what I'm taking, and that's what I'm proud of. May you all have similar realizations about yourself and what is to come in the next year. Merry Christmas.